Hey, shalom, 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 Israel, and good morning. This is Elder Doug. Going to do one last quick video for our listening audience, our YouTube viewers, on the progress here of the Straitway, South Carolina community home. Going to give you a good look around. We're actually waiting on the inspector. We were hoping to be here to actually go over the inspection with him. Elder Austin is currently trying to figure out why the man hasn't shown up yet, and we have a 6+ hour drive getting back to the community, so we're hoping to endeavor to get out of here sooner rather than later. But we'll take you around the house. We'll show you what we've done. We've completed the rough-in electrical. We've looked it over, gone over everything to make sure that we got all of our ends tied up properly. Yeah, it looks good. So here we go. Right now I'm in the back part of the home, the wing of the house, and as you can see, got everything tied up, the wires run, we got all the, the wires nailed in place, boxes run, all the stuff that is all part of doing the rough and electrical. The inspector around here, though, they don't have individual, inspectors per whatever part of the project, whether it be the framing or the plumbing or whatever the case may be. They actually, the one man, does the entirety of the new home construction. I think we actually got done officially with the last wire somewhere in the afternoon, and then we spent the rest of the day cleaning because we like to make first good impressions. And when you have strangers walk into a new environment, right away when they can see that you have a care and concern about your surrounding environment, it also relates to their mind that you might have that same care and concern for your actual work that you do. So we like to include that. So we cleaned up real well, straightened up. We just want the inspector to know that we mean business. And as Israelites, we ought to have that kind of mannerism and drive as well. Again, you can see all these are just receptacles, lower outlets, and you can see the switch boxes. Yesterday we spent most of the day just hanging the ceiling. We have recessed cans. We're going to have ceiling fans in the middle, recessed cans there as well. This will be the kitchen here. It's got a see-through serving bar. We've got a couple outlets underneath there. Honestly, the one thing that does concern me is Elder Austin had hired the plumber to have these things done. I have some questions about it. Hopefully things are a little bit different down here, but we're hoping that Yah grants us good favor and we get through this right away so we can continue on. But of course, after this is inspected and approved, we'll get power to the home, and then the saints down here can start throwing insulation in the walls and start getting ready for the next phases of the drywall and the mudding. So we're at the top of the hill now. We're hoping to get going down the other side of it. But anyway, that is this is the finished rough-in project here. There's a few things that, little cosmetic things here and there before we actually start going into the next process, and to be taking care of sealing up holes, from where they came in through the floor and through the ceiling and that kind of thing. But that is it, saints. So with that, I wish I could tell you what the inspector says. I'm just as curious to find out as I know the brothers here are. But that's where we are. I know I can personally say thank you for the brethren that not only labored from the beginning of this project, but even up till today, because that is a trademark of an Israelite, Hebrew Israelite, and Straitway as a whole. I mean, we are laborers. We love to labor for our brethren and see them prosper as we prosper. Pass the things on that we've learned to the generations underneath us. obviously the way it should be done. There's still a lot left to do, but it's good to see it coming together. All right, hey, y'all have a blessed Shabbat. Have a blessed rest of the week. And when we find out what the inspector says, some way, shape, or form, hopefully we can get that out to you. All right, blessings.
All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube. This is Pastor Dowell. We are at an undisclosed location with Brother Brent and Brother Elias, Straitway in South Carolina. That's where we're at. You know what's comical? I had somebody the other day on YouTube. You can tell they hadn't been listening long. You know what they said? They said, Pastor Dowell, you seem like, notice, here, there it is, here's the key. You seem like one of these preachers that all you do is collect money from the people and sit on your ass. That's what they put it just like that. Can y'all believe that?
So that's obviously not what happens, though, as you can tell by the background.
It's amazing, isn't it? Isn't it amazing?
Yes, sir.
Isn't it amazing? I guess everybody has a mouth to move so they can do that. I mean, that's why y'all give them a mouth so they can move it, right? But anyway, nevertheless, I'm not even going to entertain. I just thought I'd bring it. I'm not even going to entertain him. We're here. Elder Austin going to be here in a little bit. We're in South Carolina because you know what we're doing? We are building. We are building a nation. We're here to finish up the footing because we got like a 5-day wonder to where there's going to be no rain. And man, we're kicking our heels together because all this year it's been raining almost every other day here. But we thank the Father for where we at. Glory to the King. Anyway, we got a lot of work to get doing, and we cannot get this work done if we're making videos. But this is what it's all about. It's all about building, nation building. What are we doing? I'll give you a little example. Elder Austin has purchased 5.5 acres in a very rural country area. As you can see, if you look behind us, you can tell that there's the footing that we dug earlier this year, and we're getting ready to pour concrete tomorrow. And we're going to, because we are a family, and this is our family in South Carolina, we are here from Straitway, and we're going to help them build this building. That's what we're going to do. And we're not going to have to go to the world for nothing. Isn't that good?
Hey, hallelujah.
Isn't that wonderful?
Yes, sir.
To do this for the family? Hallelujah. All right. Well, y'all have a good day. Shalom, shalom.
Yeah.
We'll talk to y'all a little bit later. We may come back a little later. Y'all be at peace. Well, we're moving into the next stages right here. As you can see, here's the footing. And we're laying out the boards right now. The Brother Brandon and Elder over here is laying it out. And plus, Elias is over here cutting rebar. And the reason why the thing's sitting right there because the thing is got a warning sign on it. And so I'm trying to check it out and do some troubleshooting here because I don't want the thing to sit up and break down. We called the place. And the place turned around and said that they got all the other people out on troubleshooting there. I've known these excavators to be a whole lot faster than this little thing. They must got it governed down or something. It's taking me a little bit longer. I only got about another, let me go over here and look, maybe 20 feet. 20 feet that's actually left. Let me show you what we got right here. We're laying out the boards because we want to nail them together and then start screwing this together because we're going to end up pouring the footing so we can strike the footing inside the with a 2x4 on top of it. That's a good looking footer right there, isn't it? Good looking footer. And of course over here, like I said, I'm taking this down 2 feet right here on this end right here. Let me try to straddle this footer right here. See that footer? And so I still got that side right there. I still got to take out, looks like I got another 25 feet of this to go, which is really not much because it gets smaller. The footer gets smaller as we go. So it's really not that much concerning as time. I mean, I've been on it all morning. We're probably gonna, if this thing will operate and cooperate right, that thing right there, that probably can be on this probably about another 4 hours. And then while I'm doing that, I'm gonna have them to start tying. these footings together, because I still have this line right here to do. I still got this line to do, but I gotta have somewhere to put all this dirt, and that's what that's for. Putting all that dirt right there. And then we gotta re-square it back up again. That's what those blocks are for. So when I lift it up and stuff and we start shooting diagonal, we'll be able to see clear across the pad right here. Now it's a little bit of work. Now the sad part about it was, I was telling the elder also that this morning, you know, I said, see if you can find a guy around here local with a dozer, you know, a little small D3. Give him a chance, give Fred a chance to make some money. And of course, you know, it's one of those things, well, let me come out and look at it and stuff and see if it's going to be worth, you know, basically what they're saying is, let me see if it's going to be worth my time to load up this dozer and move out here for a couple hours work. I told Elder Austin, you know, because people think I be making up stuff as I go, brother. You know what I mean? I guess because the world is so unjust and so untrustworthy, they don't believe it. But Elder Austin, what did I say when I said, because I already know what it takes to load a dozer and everything. Yes, sir. You know, the fuel costs and everything. What I say to you this morning, if that guy would have came out here with his dozer, even if he only had, with a dozer, he had at most right here maybe 2 hours of work. What I said I would have done?
Paid him for a full day.
Paid him for a full day.
Yes, sir.
Isn't that amazing?
Yes, sir.
See, I was going to pay this cat for a full day, but I wasn't going to tell him. Because I want to see, in this unjust world, if there's people out here just at all, in any way, shape, fashion, form. And I'm telling you, it's getting strenuous out here. It really, truly is. It's a sad situation and case. But I'm going to go ahead and cut this thing back on again to see where I'm at. To see if this thing will actually start back. I mean, it'll start up and stuff, but I don't want to smoke the thing out because you can't run it hard, like I said, because they got it governed down. But this is a mini excavator for many people don't know. It has a bucket on it, which has a, you know, that's to take the place of a backhoe. But then it also has a push on the front. I'm gonna keep it simple for y'all. That's for, you know, to use it for kind of like a dozer. And the tracks on it right there because it's easier to move it and navigate it inside this dirt right here. And plus it compacts it down as well because of the weight of it. So this is a mini excavator, and of course it has all different types of controls. Like this is a control, and I can't go over all of them. These two are control. That is a control, and that is a control. And that is a control in order to run this one little mini excavator right here, including that down there as well. And I'll explain, well, I'm not going to explain all. I ain't got no time for that right now. I just simply ain't got no time. We still got a lot of work to do. We're trying to get everything done today so we can be ready for concrete in the morning and pray that it doesn't rain. Until, you know, pray that it doesn't rain. But all right, what's supposed to get up to down here today? It feels like it's 90 degrees out here.
That's what it's supposed to get to, 90.
90.
Yes, sir.
Boy, South Carolina, man, the state itself need to repent. It need to repent for how hot it is down here. And this time of the year too, Elias, is it hot down here?
It's hot.
This state need to repent. All right, though. But we're going to go ahead and start screwing these together and get them up. And at least try to redeem some time. And we'll try to keep you posted. Most people enjoy this. I know the children enjoy this. I know that Elder son, when he comes out here, little Judah, man, he loves seeing this stuff. I don't know why. It's just boys. Boys like stuff like that. Yeah. Boys like stuff like that. So Brother Brandon them and Ty and all them, they getting a taste of what it means to work and then go to work.
Yes, sir.
Now y'all know what the brother Straitway be doing,
yes,
huh?
Sir. Yes, sir.
Be wondering how they do it, huh?
And get it done.
Oh, we can get it done because we don't get it done. You know, I mean, you know how much money this would cost we pay the world to do this?
All right. Something ridiculous.
I'd rather just go ahead and rent the equipment and do it myself.
All right, sir.
Hallelujah. All right, but anyway, shalom, shalom, shalom. Hey, Elias, go ahead and cut up. How many bars did you cut up right now? One? One. Cut 4 total.
10 foot?
Yeah, 10. Cut them in half at 10 foot, all right? Because we want to bend a few of them. All right, we out. We out. Shalom, shalom. We out.
All right, what we're looking at is, let me see if I can come over.
what I mean?
We just got done putting down the vapor barrier, you know, the plastic. You see that?
There's a couple of them that's crowned down.
You know, both of them. Let me see if I can get a better picture
that
for
one's
it
really
here.
bad. Because that's where a joist goes in there.
Yeah, I ain't too much worried about the ones on the side, but where the joist is going.
Yeah, but that's the vapor barrier, you know, the plastic. That's the vapor barrier. But, you know, this is the first day to actually get on this pad, you know, since we've been out here. And, you know, like in all things in life, you know, preparation takes a lot of work. So, trying to get the right tools, figuring out what you're going to do. So I don't know what time it is, but we've been out doing preparation most of the day. But I believe the brother's about to build a girdle that's gonna come across right here. You know, got that wind. What looks like, you know, the girdle's gonna be coming across right across these pillars, and then we'll be able to put the floor joists down.
Hey,
Well, it's a pretty beautiful day out here.
make sure y'all don't burn it
It's
down.
like 75, 75, so it's not too hot. If you actually look, that's actually what Pastor's doing right now, is he's laying out for the floor joist.
Or this is the side right here. The X is the side where the joist is gonna fall in, okay? Yeah, wherever the X is, we know where to cover up the X. I've already changed this thing already.
Alright, what we're looking at is, let me see if I can come over.
So, you know what I mean?
We just got done putting down the vapor barrier, you know, the plastic. You see that?
There's a couple of them that's crowned down.
You know, both of them. Let me see if I can get a better picture
that
for it
one's really
here.
bad. Because that's where a joist goes in there.
Yeah, I ain't too much worried about the ones on the side, but where the joist is going.
Yeah, but that's the vapor barrier, you know, the plastic. That's the vapor barrier. But, you know, this is the first day to actually get on this pad, you know, since we've been out here. And, you know, like in all things in life, you know, preparation takes a lot of work. So, trying to get the right tools, figuring out what you're gonna do. So I don't know what time it is, but we've been out doing preparation most of the day. But I believe the brother's about to build a girdle that's gonna come across right here. You know, got that wind. What looks like, you know, the girdle's gonna be coming across right across these pillars, and then we'll be able to put the floor joists down.
Hey,
Well, it's a pretty beautiful day out here.
make sure y'all don't burn it
It's
down.
like 75, 75, so it's not too hot. If you actually look, that's actually what Pastor's doing right now, is he's laying out for the floor joist.
Or this is the side right here. The X is the side where the joist is gonna fall in, okay? Yeah, wherever the X is, we know where to cover up the X. I've already changed this thing already. All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube. This is Pastor Dowell, along with all of Straitway. Straitway, South Carolina, one of Straitway, Georgia, and Straitway, Tennessee. Right now, the brethren are working on the Girder. They're working on putting up the Girder. I'm marking, actually, because Elder Doug had already marked the seal plate stuff, but the weather had actually took some of the lines out, so I'm remarking, and we've been down here making sure the building is square in different areas and stuff to do what we can to make sure that this building is going to be very, very solid and complete. We also put a vapor barrier down, which you probably heard Brother Elias actually put in earlier, him and the brethren. So right now we're working on the girder. I need to go ahead and catch up because they're going to have these girders done in no time at all, and I need to make sure I get these measurements done so we can start these floor joists. Right now we're looking all right. We're looking okay. Have a lot of building material around here, a whole bunch of it. It's kind of a nice day in South Carolina right now. I've only been bitten once, either by an ant or mosquito. I haven't been able to determine which one it is. But whichever it is, we're getting bit up a little bit. I mean, boy, you can tell that it's summertime though. I want y'all to have a wonderful, wonderful day. For those of you who love seeing these videos, we'll try to keep you up on the stages that we're at. Right now, they're putting glue down on the girders. All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. All right. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, this is Pastor Dowell. We're out here early in the morning. We did a lot of measuring, got all the measuring done. Everything's laid out. Now we're getting ready to run the joist. Gonna hopefully get the floor completely down today. Got a big rain scheduled to come tomorrow. Hopefully it doesn't rain. Hopefully it's sporadic. I mean, we're praying that it doesn't rain. Hopefully that it's sporadic. That way we can get out here and still cut the roof joist and nothing. But if we got rain for the next 3 or 4 days, then there ain't nothing we can do about it except just cover up the floor and come back and live to fight another day, more than likely Sunday, because Shabbat's coming up. But you know, I do these videos and I do all these you know, teachings and stuff to hopefully inspire you. The one thing I've learned about life is that there's nothing in life that you're ever going to go about and do it by yourself. You need people. And people need you. If we can get that one concept and try to learn how not to offend, because in all things we are going to offend. We're going to offend in many, many things. But try your best to understand and comprehend what other people's plight are. And that's the one thing that we are in this world. We're so insensitive, and people wear emotions on their sleeves. They're so emotionally driven about everything. So I just want to give that little bit of advice right here. Hopefully that is going to help you out there today. As you can see, we got the pillars up and everything, or the girders up. And we got a lot of work we're getting ready to put down here today, a whole bunch of work. On another tip, it doesn't seem like diplomatic relations are really going anywhere with North Korea. It looks pretty bad. And if I know America, and I know America, we've already made moves to do some type of preemptive strike. We're just not going to tell you when, but you're going to know. Believe me, you're going to know, because there are things already going on without your knowledge. But I just want to drop that in there because, you know, hopefully you who know how to prepare, you know what I'm saying and you'll know what to do. I want y'all to have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. We'll probably come back a little bit later on and give you more of an example of what we got going on. You have a wonderful day. Shalom. All right. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. This is Pastor Dowell. We are at the close of another day. The first day that we got here, we had to do a lot of measuring, an extraordinary amount of measuring, getting our building plan together and everything. Second day, when we started setting the girder, this is long. This is an extraordinary building. I know that many of you have no idea the size of this building, but it is huge. If you've ever been to Straitway, it's the size of the dining hall. That's what it is. We have been at it very, very hard, long day. And by the way, those joists are actually 16-inch on center. And so that's where we at. Elias, come on over here, son. I'm gonna give a good little comment here. You can see that Elias done picked up some sun. He having fun in the sun. We put this camera around here so the sun don't get in the way. Well, Elias, how was today's day of work?
Oh no, it was, I guess you could say, enthusiastic. We actually, as you can tell, we got a lot done. Especially we had a lot of issues with, you know, the quality of the lumber.
Yeah.
So that affected, you know, the measurements and the level and all that. We had to do a lot of shimming, but all things considered, it worked out pretty well.
Worked out pretty well. Hallelujah. All right, and of course that's the command center right there. There's Elder Austin and Brother Brett. We'll get Brother Brett first. Brother Brett.
Yes, sir.
All right, you know this is a huge building.
Oh, it's a massive building.
Massive,
Yeah, it's huge.
massive building. Today is a full work day. Definitely a full work day.
Full day in the sun, yeah.
I figure it's going to take us about 3 days to actually do it. This is actually only our second day on it because the first day we was on the road 11 hours while on flat tires.
That was
But,
an adventure. That was exciting in itself.
It was exciting. But what do you think about today, work day?
Today was productive. Me and Oda actually got a lot done, you know. We kind of, the first time we came out here, me and him, what we were talking about earlier, we were pounding the stakes in for the foundation. Now me and him, we're putting the joists in together. So it was pretty cool. It was a good time. It was my first time actually doing joists, rim joists, actually doing the flooring. So I'm learning a lot. Elias kind of elaborated on the fact that we had a lot of shim to do. But yeah, it's been fun. Really fun.
All right, been fun. We'll get back with you, Elder, in a minute. All right, the builder himself, Brother Vernon. Brother Vernon, been a long day.
Yes, sir.
Been a long day.
Hot day.
Long hot day. I think we went in a war against the ants too.
Yes, sir. Most definitely.
What's your assessment of today's day building? Besides being long, hot, and tired.
I've been, you know, if you don't do this every day, once you get back into it, you know, you got to really get back into the swing of things. So it was a good learning experience for me to get back into swing of things. And like Pastor said, this is an extraordinary build. We had to do a lot of shimming to get it all squared away and leveled out and everything. But, you know, that comes with the territory. We got it done. We overcame. Good day work. Time to drink a beer.
For a building that size right there,
Yes, sir.
I seen what we needed to do on the other end over there. But I tell you what, that thing is, the world don't build a building in that within the tolerance that we have in less than an inch.
No, sir. No, sir. That's one thing I do like about Straitway. You know, everything is built to last. That should be the motto of Straitway building. Everything is built to last. So, you know, we don't just meet code, we go above code to make sure. I mean, you know, like Pastor said, we build it for the saints. We don't want to just put them in anything. We want them to have the best, as if we, you know, building it for y'all.
That's right.
So it's a good dude. We enjoy it. I enjoy it, you know, working for the saints. And if the pastor have me, I would like to keep on doing it.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Lord to the King. All right, Elder. You know, the first day it was a fiasco because of the trip.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? We had fun though, like Brother Brett said. We had fun, didn't we? Second day, you seen what all we had to do. Today has been a full day.
Yes, sir.
An extraordinary full day. What is your assessment of today?
Today was it was fun because up until this point, mostly just been concrete and block work. So I really got some experience with actually wood and framing. It was very productive. Learned a lot. Me and Brett, I think we did a decent job anyway. But one thing I'm seeing is you have to pay a lot of attention to detail.
Yeah, say that again.
Yes, sir. I got to pay a lot of attention to the detail. As you said earlier, if you're within doubt, pull a drawstring or check the square. Just always checking behind yourself, making sure everything's on point, because if you don't, one little mistake will affect everything else that come behind that.
It does. You're seeing how tedious things really truly is, huh?
Yes, sir.
All right, so what about the assessment? You've been listening to me for about 10 years now.
Right.
So and been with me about 10 years now. So tell me, it all starts to come together when I say make these videos saying read the books.
Right.
You need to get some experience.
Yes, sir.
You learn how to build. You understand what I mean?
Yes, sir.
It's a whole total different dynamic than reading it and actually doing it.
Right.
What's your say on that, Elder?
To hear you say it is one thing. And to start reading about it reading books and learning is another. But when you get out here and actually start experiencing, it starts sinking in why you keep telling us it's so important. I'm learning that it's a priceless skill that you should know. As I've heard you say many times before, because if you know how to build, no matter where you go, you can always have a roof over your head. So just getting out here and getting some experience with, a little bit here and there, whatever, as we go. Just seeing how important it truly is to pay attention to the detail. When you're reading that book, focus on what it's saying so you can try to have recall when you get out here. It's real.
It's real, isn't it?
It's real.
And it's long and hard. We don't take breaks, do we?
No, sir. We work.
You take any breaks. It's a long, long day. But anyway, there's the building. You can probably get part of me and the rest of the building there tomorrow. What we're gonna do is probably spend maybe about an hour or maybe two snapping lines, setting square to make sure, because that's this old thing that y'all really truly need to pay attention to me concerning building. Everybody who is doing their job, if you don't do your job and do it right, the people that's coming after you is gonna have to pay for it. And when you do foundation work, it has to be done right. It has to be done, and that's the way we do it. Square, tolerant, the whole 9 yards. When you do block work, it has to be done right. If it ain't done right, the people who framed are gonna pay for it. And people don't understand what we mean by paying for it. And that's where the actual niche and knack of a true carpenter comes in, because he knows how to assess and he knows how to adjust. Elder Doug does a very good job on AutoCAD, putting this stuff together and everything. Him and Brother Scott, they're coming behind us because after we get this floor up and on there, and it's a flat surface, Elder Doug and Brother Scott is actually going to come down. It's going to take them a couple of days just to do the cutting of the lumber for the woods, because we have a roof system that we're going to put on this, and that roof system is massive on this particular building right here. And so they're going to be cutting and putting the trusses together, and then we'll be back down again the week after that to start on framing up the walls and everything. It's just a process, because again, this ain't your typical little 1,300 square foot home. As a matter of fact, it's double that. It's very huge. But anyway, right now the weather is okay. I'm sure you can see that we've actually got darker out here in the sun. What do you think? Today was hotter than yesterday, wasn't it, Elias?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, all right. But anyway, I think we said enough. Just wanted to come on here and do it end of the day video right here. And you know the beauty about all this is, again, listen to me, is that this building is being paid for as they go. And that's the beauty of it, meaning they won't owe anybody nothing. Can you imagine having about a 2,500 square foot home, and when you get finished with it, you're not gonna owe anybody nothing? We're gonna make 4 massive bedrooms out of this, a huge living room area, living room, fellowship, dining hall area. It's just gonna be a beautiful thing. We're done for today. Stay tuned. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful evening. It's PastorDowell. Shalom, shalom. It's we done ran into some rain out here already, and we're almost done sheeting the top portion of the house. Let me show you what we got going on right here. This is the top portion. Let me get all the way in the corner where this loud compressor is. We're almost done sheeting the whole top half right here, which you can see. And now we're working on this little run right here to cover it up, keep the rain out of the building underneath on this side right here, which you can see. See it? And we still got that back end to sheet right there. If it stays like this, we're just gonna be soaked. That's all there is to it. That's all there is to it, because we're gonna do something whatever we can to get as far as we can on this floor right here. Hey, Elder Austin, is it scheduled to rain tomorrow?
I don't think so. I gotta double check though.
Okay, we'll get them looking the radar, the Doppler.
What's that, bro?
See what we got going on here, all right? But anyway, we're gonna see if it's scheduled to rain tomorrow. If not, then we're gonna have to really get up early in the morning and finish the rest of this. All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube, this is PastorDowell, this is Elder Austin. Of course, we're here in South Carolina at an undisclosed location. The subject I want to talk about this morning, I want to title it Divide. divide. There is a spirit that is actually going on amongst the people who are believers. Now, if you are not a believer, if you don't want to hear this particular video today, it's going to be on the perspective of what you call religious. All right, but there's a spirit that's going on, and of course you see it too.
Yes,
you
sir.
see it too as well, where people they have the same attitude that they had when they were over in Christianity.
Right.
You know, go to church on Wednesday, go to church on Sunday, show up once, twice a week, hallelujah, fellowship.
Right.
You know what I mean? But what's really truly missing is the element of brotherly, real true brotherly fellowship, kindness, and love. It just really truly ain't there. What do you say so far on that perspective and point of view?
I think the people are extremely selfish and self-centered today, and that's a big part of it for sure. Also, they don't think people can be trusted for some reason. When in reality, you know, the reality is if you put forth that you're a trustworthy person,
Right.
most people will give you that same respect. But yeah, the people they're so divided mentally based on what society has done to us, has taught us that we should be based, you know, focused on individualism rather than unity. And they try to come over here, and what they want is they want the benefits of brotherly love,
Right.
but they don't want the requirements that, you know, to put forth so that they have to be, you know, show that love themselves or whatever. So yeah, I think that's what it is. I think people just self-centered.
You know, the Bible teaches that if you're going to have friends, the first thing you need to do is show yourself friendly. And we don't have that going today. You know, the Bible also talks about forsake not the assembling together as the manner of some is. So when we read the Bible, we look at Israel as a whole.
Right.
We saw that Israel, when they came out of Egypt, where were they, together or apart?
They were together.
They were together. When
Yes,
we
sir.
go over and jump all the way over in the book of Acts,
Right.
and we see what the apostles did when they, they took all the proceeds, laid it, the people did at the apostles' feet and everything. Were they together or were they apart?
They were together.
But today, what we want to do is we want to be Israel. We want to be what we call brothers and sisters and stuff, but we want to do it while I'm doing my own individual thing.
Right.
For instance, you know, here we are right here out in the country, okay? Okay, this would be, all right, this is Elder Austin's property. And then over there, that would be Brother Brandon's property. And then over there, that would be somebody else's property.
Yes, sir.
You follow me? But in other words, we want to do our own individual thing,
Right.
but we don't want to come together instead of tearing down that property line,
Right.
and tearing down that property line and then joining it all together.
Yes, sir.
And so that we all would benefit from it. They don't want that today.
That's true.
What do you say?
That is very true. Very true. I think you got different types of people. You got those who they want what you just said, they own, right? And then you got those who want somebody to do all the work and then come in at the end
And
reap the
benefit from the blessings. Yeah.
So, you know, you got a lot going on today, man. I mean, we're in a world of trouble, if you want to know the truth, as a people. And until we really get this thing, and I think it's going to take something dramatic to happen,
It is.
individual-wise, I'm
Yeah.
speaking, for it to really sink in for most people, that they got to do it y'all's way. It's just not going to work doing it the way you want things to go. Have your own benefit. You don't want people to know all your business. You want to be secretive, so you keep a distance. You got fear, afraid of somebody hurting you, so you keep distance. There's a million reasons people just don't choose to join in that unity. And the devil he's dividing.
I do know one thing: in the economic collapse,
Yes, sir.
I guarantee everybody gonna be searching our communities then.
True.
You know, because when you have a world where we are, you know, it's over. It's 1,000 times on YouTube.
Yes, sir.
People talking about shit hit the fan,
Right.
world without rule of law, WRL, EMP. Are you following me?
Yes, sir.
The first thing those people gonna do is they're gonna have it in their mind. Okay, I know where these people live.
Right.
All I gotta do is get there.
Right.
And mind you, they didn't want to be a part of it, didn't want to live together.
Right.
You follow me? Like a Straitway. You know, we have 50 acres of land.
Yes, sir.
All right? And we have homes and everything. We eat together twice a day.
Yes, sir.
There's a total different type of togetherness and oneness when you live with your brothers and sisters.
Right.
You understand what I
Yes,
mean?
sir.
I get to see these people every single day. Rub elbows with them every single day.
Yes, sir.
You know, it's a real, true family environment.
Right.
Now, you and I, we are some distance apart, kind of like with other communities in Georgia and Kentucky.
Yes, sir.
We're somewhat distance apart, but yet still we are close-knit in common unity because we are constantly in fellowship with each other.
Absolutely.
Either I'm here or you're there, or Elder Rupert's there, or I'm here, or brother, or you're at Brother Owl's, or Brother Owl's is here, or you know what I mean? It's just a real close group.
True.
It's a real close group.
It's a family.
And it is. It's a family environment, family thing, and there is trust there.
Yes, sir.
There's trust there. Because, again, if you have a lot of these fears inside of you, they're inside of you. Right. And you don't have to worry about it. If somebody is going to do you wrong, the community has a way to go ahead and get rid of that cancer.
Yes, sir.
You know, there's a way to get rid of that cancer. But here's the thing, if everybody's following the commandments,
Right.
if everybody's living holy, being holy, just like the book says,
Right.
what problems do we have?
None.
What problems? What problems do we have if everybody's living holy?
None.
What problems do we have? That means you pan over there if you hear them talking. You hear that, Elias? Brother Brent, what problems do we have if we living holy?
We don't have none, sir. None.
Where else do y'all know in the world that people will come from different geographical locations and we all will come together to help out another family, another of our brothers and sisters, so that they don't have to pay the world and we can put the money back into the community? But what it is, it's rogue. It's rogue because, again, this individualism,
Right.
you can't find it in the Bible.
Right.
But people are content being this way.
Yes, sir.
And then they wonder why come when they look at Straitway that they long for what we have, yet they're not willing to do it.
There's a void inside of man when you focused on being individualized. When you live that individualism style of life, there's a void there. There's an emptiness inside. And when you see unity and you see brotherly love, genuine love, you long for it. You can't help it no matter who you are. And I think that's what people want, but they don't want to do what's necessary to get it.
Let's talk about micromanagement. Okay. People, they see me, a lot of times I get judged by the demeanor in my videos, and people don't understand communication. Right. You follow me? They don't understand that there's a dynamic to every single time we are preaching. You follow me? A football player, if you saw them walking out, let's say an NFL football player, if he wasn't a big name football player, you would never even know he's a football player by the way he carries himself and the way he walks in town. But that's a total different man once he's on that field.
Absolutely.
There's a job he has to accomplish. So a lot of times people, they think they understand me, they think they know me, they think they have PastorDowell figured out by watching videos, and they're not understanding the truthfulness, the drive, the passion, the intent that I have in order to, because I know what it takes for people to get free. I know what it takes for people to get the oppression of this world off of them.
Yes, sir.
So the mistake is they look at these videos, they hear and they see the way I respond and react, and they think they know me as a man. What do you say to that?
That's funny to me, actually. Yeah, like you just said, the way you are on camera, what they don't know is when that camera cuts off, you're a totally different person.
Exactly.
A totally different person. You're a great leader, but I think people make the assumption that you micromanage everything. You're yelling at everybody by every little thing, and you know they get these thoughts in their mind that that's the type of leader you are, and they don't want that type of oppression. But in reality, when that camera cuts off, you don't micromanage nobody at all, none at all. You're there to give counsel and wisdom. If you want some advice, you're always freely there to give it. But nevertheless, you're not just walking around dictating everything, telling everybody what to do. But the beautiful thing about it is, you know, if you see somebody running out in front of a bus, you're gonna yell at them and tell them.
Exactly.
Instead of get hit with a bus, right? But yeah, I mean, when that camera cuts off, you're a totally different person, and that's the funny part about it. Most people, they assume that you are a certain way, and it's just purely assumptions that they're making without any evidence whatsoever that it's true.
And then the last part, you have people who used to be part of us, and then they leave with bitter taste in their mouth because they either do something so outlandishly stupid.
Right.
And then the first thing they do is run to YouTube, social media, whatever, and give their 2 cents or their 2 cents a story. Because I always tell people you have no farther to look than their lifestyle. It tells you everything you need to know.
Right.
Anytime somebody's murmuring, complaining about somebody else, look at somebody. We done had somebody else that we have literally just put away from us because of their attitude.
Right.
And you know, and they kind of talk like this. Yeah, yeah, you know, yeah, you know, you got it right. But they don't never call names, but you know what they're insinuating, right? again, that's another example of someone running out here, laying charges, but they really truly have no charges to assess or lay.
Right. Yes, sir. True. Very true. Yeah, people are just very foolish. Very foolish. You got what you're seeing is a lot of people. They come around. It goes back to where we started this conversation. People want that go to church on Wednesday, go to church on Sunday. Because when you're living like that and you're only seeing people here and there, it's very comfortable because you can fake it for a certain amount of hours, one day a week.
You got it.
But when you with somebody nonstop, eventually they're gonna see you for who you really are.
That's true.
And people don't want to be seen for who they really are because they have they secrets and they have all these wrong intents in their heart. They want to use people and stuff. So it's sad, but it's true. You got some foolish people out here, guys.
You know, the scriptures say iron sharpeneth iron.
Yes, sir.
And again, there ain't no fake it till you make it. Not on Straitway. You ain't faking nothing. You ain't faking a damn thing out there. Ain't nobody else. You understand what I mean? Because when we eat with each other every single day, there's a reason and purpose for it. Not only to break bread, but that's there for us to discern each other as well.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? And but it's such a beautiful thing that we've got going on. But I'm gonna tell you this, you know, we hope that some of you do get the vision. I'm not saying that everybody must live on community, but you won't have the togetherness and the oneness that we have if you're not even making an attempt to even try to make yourself available to actually be a true brother or a true sister. It just ain't there. There's a difference. I've been where many of you are. Been there, done it, as the old saying goes.
Yes, sir.
And now I'm here on the other side, and I'm doing everything I can to those who have the ears to hear to help them out fast. I'll give you another example. We'll end the video on this, Elias, because I know your hands getting tired, all right? I talked to a pastor some time ago that's no longer with us, all right, because we had to put him away for, you know, anyway, nevertheless, we ain't gonna go there, all right?
Yes, sir.
But I was talking to a pastor. I said, look here, pastor, you don't want to go the way that the rest of this world is going.
Right.
If you got people up here and you know they're sincere in Christ, they're sincere in life, all right, and they have honor and integrity. Now, the people that can only have as much honor and they can only have as much as integrity as the leader has.
True.
Period. Point blank. Now, you don't want to be sitting up here 40, 50 years old and you still paying rent.
Right.
You follow me?
Yes, sir.
You don't want to be up here 40, 50 years old still paying rent and have to depend on the world for your livelihood and lifestyle.
Right.
Are you following me?
Yes,
In other words, if the landlord get a case of the ass, he can just say, well, I want you off the land, I'll move my family in.
Right.
You understand what I mean?
Yes, sir.
You want something that you can call your own. That's why I talk about land and gold standing.
Yes, sir.
Standing. And that's the problem today. You got people that have done wasted their life. They literally have wasted it. They have paid $1,000, $700 a month for 10, 15 years.
Yes, sir.
And they don't have nothing to show for it.
Right.
When if you would have took and made the sacrifice. Now, I ain't saying everybody got to make the same sacrifice that I made.
Right.
We made an extreme
Yes, sir.
sacrifice, very extreme. You follow me? But if you can at least gain from wisdom and then go forward, you're not going to be sitting up here at 40 years old without nothing to your name.
Yes, sir.
Because see, at Straitway, that's all of our land by my choice and my decision.
Yes, sir.
And the trust that I'm having in it reflects that.
Yes, sir.
It reflects that something happens to me, something happens to elders and or who are the brothers and sisters. There's a succession
Yes, sir.
that goes in line. Not only just there, it could be one day you could be there.
Right.
You follow me?
Yes, sir.
And somebody else here.
Yes, sir.
That's just the vision of the place. About wherever the people fit the best and where we needed the best for the mission to be accomplished.
Yes, sir.
You understand what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Because one day I'm gonna die one day. You understand what I mean?
Yes, sir.
I can't take this land with me.
Yes, sir.
I can't take this home. I can't take nothing with me.
Yes, sir.
But what does last and what echoes throughout all of eternity is what we leave behind.
True.
What we've sold.
True.
That right there is a lasting impression.
Yes, sir.
And what we're doing now is so that, because you see the economy, with $20 trillion in debt, we're going to be $30 trillion in debt by the time Donald Trump leaves office.
Yeah.
All right? We can't continue to keep going that route, living under this illusion right here, because these children, they ain't gonna have a pot to piss in and a one to throw it out of if you keep doing things the American way.
True.
But if you do it this way,
Right.
they ain't gonna have to worry about where we gonna live,
Right.
where we gonna stay, or their children, because everything's already gonna be established.
Yes, sir.
So I say that because, how old you, Elder?
29.
29 years old. 29 years old, you own the land,
Yes, sir.
all right? The home is being paid for as you go,
Yes, sir.
built, all right? You know how rare that is for somebody to say at 29 years old that I own my own land and I own my own home?
Yes, sir.
But then watch this. Then to go to the very next level and to be totally unselfish, unlike a lot of people today who are self-centered, self-focused, and self-absorbed.
True.
But to turn around and say, okay, you have shown that you have the character of a true Israelite.
Yes, sir.
And you really truly want to live set apart.
Yes, sir.
I want to bring you in, and just like Yah does in the kingdom. Yah has the kingdom.
Yes, sir.
He owns it.
True.
But then he turns around and prepares a place for us to come and live for all of eternity. Why ain't he selfish there and just keep it all to himself and throw everybody in hell? You understand what I mean? Forget y'all rebels and stuff, but you see that unselfish, that's the attitude. That's what we're bringing forth here.
Yes, sir.
That's what I'm trying to get people to see.
That's good. Yes,
You
sir.
follow me?
Yes, sir.
Here we are sitting out here and you assessing people, watching them. Are you going to keep the commandments? You're watching their character. Are you a good fit for us? Okay, good. I see your nature. Come on in. You can be a benefit to us and we can be a benefit to you.
Yes, sir.
And now what I have, you got.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I bet you Donald Trump ain't going to give you no $2 million. Or Barack Hussein Obama, who charges $400,000 a speech.
Right.
Or even your sorry pastor out there who's done deceived y'all and done lied to y'all all your life. Take heed of what I'm saying. You got anything that you want to go? I'll give you the last word on what I just got finished saying.
That's it right there. Ain't nothing else to say.
Nothing else to say. That's just it. All right, hey, we got to get busy. We got some floor we got to lay, and then out there we're taking off. I'll see you in about a week. Again, see you about a week again. With that, we say y'all have a wonderful day. King coming. All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube. It's Pastor Dowell. We're here with the brethren in South Carolina, Elder Austin, Brother Brandon, Brother Micah, Brother Vernon, Brother Scott, and me. We are here because we're getting ready to head into the next phase, next part of the building phase of the building, which is framing. Framing the walls. We're hoping to, not only framing the walls, we're hoping to really make a big major jump. We're going to do it right now. We're going to take our time. We're going to get it done. It's going to be done right. But we're hoping to make a big major dent in this building tomorrow. Today is first day, commonly called Sunday. We're down here because we wanted to not spend half the day on the road traveling. We wanted to go ahead and get here, move the trusses off the building, and then go ahead and square the building, snap the lines for the outlet walls. And then from there, tomorrow morning, we hitting it. Y'all ready to get your dance on?
Yes, sir.
Ready to get your dance on. So here's Israel. Again, we're going to get out there and get it done. Well, when we get out there tomorrow morning, we'll show you the building, the pad, and then what we'll do from there is we'll show you at the end of the day what we've got done. Now, tomorrow's a lot of cutting, a lot of laying out, a lot of run a lot of chalk lines.
That's right.
Yeah, a whole bunch of them. Tomorrow's a whole bunch of measurements and stuff. But once we get the headers, the plates, and all this done, we're going to be rolling. Tomorrow we're going to be doing all right. And so we have a nice little crew of labor because everybody that's here, apparently y'all going to be here tomorrow, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So anyway, that's it for us. Hope y'all have a wonderful evening. King coming. All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube. I'm here with the Israelites. We're in South Carolina at an undisclosed location, somewhere in the hot state of South Carolina. Okay, many of you have followed the building project and different aspects of it, where we've made progress at and what we've done concerning the foundation, footing, called the dirt work and everything, block work, of course now the flooring and the trusses. Already built. Pan over there for a second to show them some of the trusses. Some of the trusses that are over there that already built, that the brother had built. And now today, we are actually going to go into framing up the house. As a matter of fact, today we're hoping to make a great big dent today and really get a long way. I think we can do it. Well, we're going to keep you posted. We just want you to have a good bird's eye view this morning to see where we're at so you can see the progress as we go along. So we bid you all shalom from the hot state of South Carolina, somewhere at this undisclosed location in the middle of nowhere. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day. All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube. It's Pastor Dowell. Well, we're too short today. Brother Brandon, he had a little girl last night. Brother Micah's gone to work. Elder also, we down to myself, Brother Scott, Brother Vernon, and Elder Austin. We did a lot of cutting yesterday, a whole lot of cutting, a lot of laying out, which you can see how this time what we do is we're actually laying out the building project first. And that's, of course, that's a lot of measuring, a lot of squaring, the whole 9 yards. And hopefully today, we still got a little bit more to lay out because we ran up against some rain yesterday. We got the back end to lay out and stuff, the major walls. And hopefully today we'll start putting up the walls. So we'll give you an update maybe tomorrow morning, see how everything is going. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day. All right. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube. It's Pastor Dowell. Here is the, we still got a few more tie plates to put on, but we've got all the exterior walls up today. Tomorrow we're working on the interior walls. As you can see, and as with every day, it just looks like that we accomplish more today because you can see the walls up. Everybody assumes that, but you accomplish a lot when you have solid foundation work done. And that's just the truth. That is just the truth. But here is the another angle of the building, and I'm not so sure I can get it all in there or right there. So anyway, I'll turn around it for a second. It's been a long day, a long, hard day. It's very, very, very hot here in South Carolina. Very hot. And we doing what we can to help some Israelites. But it is heavy in my heart. You know, I'll teach the brothers how to do this stuff, but I can tell you right now that myself and Elder Doug and some of us old guard, our days are quickly coming to an end as far as building like this. We can instruct, but you know, the willing heart and the willing mind and willing spirit is going to come from the younger generation. I can tell you that real fast because I think I may only have maybe one more year of building in me. But anyway, we've had a wonderful day, wonderful time. Hard work. I want y'all to be encouraged. We'll report back to you in the morning. Shalom, shalom, shalom. All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube. I'm here with Brother Scott, Brother Brandon, Brother Vernon, old Chief Brother Vernon, Uncle Vernon they call him. All right, hey, I made a video late last night, put it up, show you where we at. Today we're going to be working on interior walls. Matter of fact, it rained on us again yesterday.
Yes, sir.
But we didn't stop.
No,
we didn't stop yesterday. Matter of fact, it felt good.
That's right.
Felt like a shower, didn't it? It was a shower down in South Carolina, boy. I mean, I think we all were thinking the same thing, but it was silent though.
That's right.
We didn't care it was raining. We already soaked anyway.
Like you said, it's no good. No good.
All right. But anyway, I was talking to Elder Austin coming out here of, you know, of course he sees it. He sees the vision, see what everything that Straitway has been putting out over the years. Because here in South Carolina, they own this land. And this home is being paid for as it's being built. So there's not going to be any debt behind this. But there's a lot of hard labor involved. There's a lot of labor involved. And of course, you know, Brother Scott, along with Brother Britt, they live out of Straitway. And Brother Scott, how much have you learned since being out there and part of the community now?
About everything with construction. I didn't really know how to read a tape measure, but now I can frame, do mason, block work, sheetrock, roofing, you just about name it from the bottom up, foundation up. We can do it out there.
Cabinets,
Cabinets,
backhoe.
backhoe.
You want to run backhoe?
Tractor.
See what I mean? Learn all that.
Yes, sir.
It's not, and of course, you learned a whole lot more since being here on this, haven't you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Getting more confident,
Yes, sir.
more confident, start being able to build. It's a beautiful thing. And so, what's your assessment about how the building is going right now?
It's going well now. I really like how you decided to lay everything out. Being we did the floor plate, top plate laid out on the ground, and then once we had everything laid out, now we can roll. And you see how fast, how quickly the exterior walls went up yesterday. Like when you shot the video in the morning yesterday, all we had was the walls on the floor, and then you look at it at the end of the day, and all this is up. It's going well.
Brother Brandon, what do you say?
I think it's a wonderful experience just to be here every step of the way. I've learned a whole lot.
You got your record on?
Yes, sir. I had to have it on because, I mean, like I was talking to Elder, it's a beautiful thing watching this on a bigger scale. So now, if it come down to it, if we have to build something else, we know how to do it.
Give you a great appreciation
Right.
too, don't
Yes,
it?
sir. Yes, sir.
Elder also said that yesterday, man, and he said, I look at homes now in a whole total different light.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
He does.
Yes, sir.
What's your assessment, Brother Vernon?
Overall, well, first off, I'm gonna say it again, like Pastor say, it's hot down here. You know, that's the biggest thing.
South
but-
Carolina need to repent. I'm telling you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But overall, you know, it's good to be back in the swing of things. You know, a lot of reminders coming up, and like Brother Scott said, you know, laying everything out. You know, once you get past that, because that's pretty much the hardest part. Because your channels for the inner walls, everything's got to line up perfect. Other than that, you know, all is well. We're doing good. We're making great progress. Today, we should have the inner walls up, and be the Father's will. We're doing trust real soon, hopefully.
Yeah, we got a little bit ahead of us. So anyway, we can't get our dance on making videos talking to you, so we out. All right? Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
Of course, the day is never really done without cleanup, and that's what we're doing right now. Is we're actually cleaning up, putting things up to get ready for another full day tomorrow. Fun in the sun in South Kakalaki at an undisclosed location. But this is where we're at right now, and the reason why you don't see, for those of you people out there who got questions about framing, the cripples right now in the windows exteriors, because we do the tedious work last. We have a plan. Our plan is always get the big work up done, like we put the big walls up first, then we put the doors and the closet up. Now it looks like a maze to people who are not familiar with framing, but there you have it right here. And of course I could explain it, you know, easily what each room is for and what we're doing. But we still got that back half back there we have to frame. You know, this is just not your typical everyday little 24 by 40 or 24 by 50 home. This is a huge building. This is a huge building. I'll tell you, the one thing I can do is give you the dimensions. It's a 30 by 60 up front, 30 feet wide, 60 feet long up front. And then coming back here to the rear, and we're just gonna walk on back there. Come back here to the rear. That's a 24 by 24. So that's a huge building. Now, that's Straitway's command center right there. We pulled a trailer down here from Straitway. This is also our little workshop trailer. Right here, we carry materials in. And believe it or not, this is even old Straitway in Tennessee's outhouse. Yeah. Hallelujah. And of course, you know, we keep all our tools down there because we know that, especially down here, brand new community getting started, people don't understand how much money that is actually, how much money there is alone just in tools, But the sun is getting ready to go down. We're literally wore out, literally. I'll try to step back here, give you another big view and angle. Hallelujah. There we have it right there. We still hopefully, we're gonna do some sheeting tomorrow. Now I'm gonna do things a little bit different because in South Carolina they have a problem with termites and everything else, and of course we done everything we could as far as termite proof. But what I'm gonna do is a little bit different. Is not that top sheet, but you see that OSB right there? That's treated OSB. I'm gonna put it on the bottom 2 feet of this building all the way around. And we're going to actually glue it and nail it to the bottom 2 feet. So that way, if there's any rain, moisture, anything that's rolling off the edge of the building, it would not affect the building. It would actually go to the concrete blocks whatsoever at all, and it would actually extend the longevity of the building. And then we'll sheet OSB up top from there. We'll snap a line, and then we'll skill saw across the top. That's what we'll do. But that's my own particular idea for this area. Anyway, hey, we're done for the day. See y'all tomorrow morning. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Y'all have a wonderful night. And thank y'all for all y'all's support. I've been able to read a few comments, but I haven't been able to answer. And I noticed that many of you want to visit with me while I am here in South Carolina. I'm sorry to say I can't do that right now. I can't take out precious time because hours are precious time when it comes to framing up a home. And at this time, I cannot take out my time to actually meet with any of you as much as I would love to. Some of you say you would like to come and work, but I mean, we've learned a lot over the years. That's not to say that you're the issue or the trouble, the problem, but we learned a lot about humanity over the years. And a new broom sweeps well, and a lot of people just simply ain't what they think they are or what they would like themselves to be. And of course, I know some people, I caught one or two, they just want to know what a location is so they can come spy on Liberty. So we ain't gonna do that. I'm swatting bugs. But anyway, extremely hot. We'll see y'all later. Y'all have a wonderful evening. King coming. All right, well, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and citizens of YouTube. This is Pastor Dowell. Look who showed up to stop by to bless us with their presence. Look at him. Look at Sister Zaza. Mother Newkirk and Mother Bullock. All right. And well, here's the framing. I'm sorry I didn't get to y'all this morning. Don't worry about Zaza. I didn't get that part. I'm a little late, tardy here this morning doing a video, give y'all an update. We're still working on the walls and framing and stuff right now. I'm sure you can see that we done, Brother Vernon is already doing the cripples and other things and stuff. But hey, I really got to get going because it's really hot real fast out here. I got to go give Mother Bullock and them a tour of this home right here. Sister Zaza just got finished saying, man, do we build home? She got business for us. They got people out there lined up. They want Straitway to build them homes. You see, that's another income opportunity. If we ever did stuff like that, that's another income opportunity. You know what I mean? When people see how well you do, the ideal is to be able to get a crew together and have them to do that as a full-time job. And of course, myself and Elder Doug would teach them, train them, and then we'll just come and do the little tedious work, clean up work, stuff like that, and let use the old men for their wisdom, young men for their strength. Anyway, I bless y'all. Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. I got to get back to work. Y'all have a good day. All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube. It's PastorDowell. Here's Elder Austin. All right, Elder Austin, we're at Home Depot again early in the morning, so what's your assessment so far of the building?
Oh man, it's coming along really well. Expensive, hard work, but it's worth it. For sure.
It is, isn't it? A lot of attention to detail too, isn't it?
Yeah, a lot. A whole lot.
You can either
That's
do it
an
wrong or do it right, huh? What was you saying?
That's an understatement. Attention to detail.
Hey, of course, you know, over the years I've told people they need to be reading books.
Right. Yes, sir.
Am I making sense?
Yeah, absolutely. You need to. You need the book knowledge as well as the experience. You can't have one without the other. Yes, sir.
Because what happens is it comes up in your head
Right.
once you start building, you know, and as you go.
Right. The experience makes sense of what you've been reading, and recollection comes back or whatever.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, we're getting ready to head on out to the land after we do this right here, and after we pay for this particular wood right here. We had a 2x6 wall, but there wasn't. Anyway, we had 2x6 wall. 2x6 wall. Normally, when you see that in a home that's framed on a 2x4, is because of plumbing. There's plumbing that's in there. All right, y'all have a wonderful day. King coming. Hey, one more thing, y'all. Why is it so damn hot down here?
I'm sweating already.
Sweat me too, man.
It's hot.
Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. Straitway Saints YouTube listeners, as Elder Becker. Hey, just doing a quick video for y'all. We are down in Straitway, South Carolina, getting back on the community home down here, doing some electrical work, and we actually got down here yesterday in the afternoon, hit it running, took off running, mapping things out, figuring out what things are going on. And as you know, as our custom is and our standard, we were up bright and early this morning hitting it again. Just kind of want to show you where we're at. Take a look around. Right now, you see Elder Austin, always part of the project, of course, because this is going to be Straitway, South Carolina's home, community home. But we got Brother JC down here, Brother Ariel. JC, he's in electric school. He's actually got a job, so he's been a huge help, you know, getting this thing laid out, because it's an immense job. This is a very large home. As you can see, right now we're in the process of, you know, the panel's going to go back in this room here. You're going to have to bring the service in. In the world, they charge anywhere from $5,000 to $7,000 just to bring this electric panel in. Here, I'll show you. This one right here. Or your breaker. That's your breaker box. A lot of people don't know what a service panel is. Just to bring that into the home, the power in the home is $5,000 to $7,000 in most places. I've heard as high as 10. Here's one of the bedrooms. You can see all the single gang blue boxes for new construction. We are just laying them out. That's the first process in doing electrical. You know, the actual physical part of it is getting up here, hanging all these boxes so we can figure out how to run our wires, where our circuits go. We're really hoping to have this completely busted out here in the next couple days. That's pulling a lot of wire. And you can see. Hey, y'all say shalom. It's for YouTube. Hey, Brother JC, Brother Ariel. Oh, Ariel, he's learning all kinds of aspects of the building trades. I think that brother, along with Brother Bud, is pretty much touched every facet of building homes. So, hey, we're thankful for that, because we're getting older and we need somebody to go behind us and not only continue to build, but take care of what's already been built. You know, it's a great deal of inventory. You know, we got stuff scattered on the floor here, you know, just different kind of aspects of the electrical system, you know, the boxes. And, you know, this is all the stuff that goes on behind the scene. You know, people walk into a home that's already done and all they see is a little faceplate with a switch or an outlet. But we got all this going on behind the scenes. And we've been doing our own wiring at the community pretty much since day one. And we've always done a good job. We're very mindful of being safe about what we do. In fact, we do almost entirely everything by code, or to code. And we've actually found great favor with the inspectors in the past that have actually come out and looked, and they're so taken by how well the job we do for being non-schooled, not licensed, so to speak, that man, they pass every time, rough in, finish work, all that kind of stuff. But this is where we're at right now. I'll give you a little bit more progress report tomorrow. We should have a bunch of wire hanging up tomorrow. Again, we got, well, this is our workstation, but we take our floor plan here and we draw all our circuits ahead of time, map out everything. I want to give a shout out to my son. He was been very instrumental in too, because he's actually a journeyman electrician working on his master's, and he's the go-to guy if I have questions, that because code's always changing, electric code's continually changing. For some reason they're trying to make it safer for you, but it's actually more costly for the consumer. So anyway, hope you all have a great day, and we'll be giving you a shout out tomorrow with our progress. Anyway, shalom, shalom. Hey, shalom, 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 Israel and YouTube listeners. This is Elder Doug. I'm going to give you a little bit of an update on the electrical project down here in Straitway, South Carolina. For those of you that are interested to see our progress. It is 4th day morning. We've been busting it since we hit the ground running when we got here. Out in this house every day at sunup, because we're determined to get this done. We're determined to get this completed and inspected by tomorrow and return 6th day morning, so we can have an ease of travel on the way back to Straitway. But I'm just going to take you around and show you where we're at right now. Okay, in front of me, I am outside. Going to start outside and go inside. This is a service entrance. It's a 200 amp. That's a meter base that you're seeing directly on the other side of the wall is the electrical panel, service panel for the inside of the house where the breakers go. That whole thing you're looking at is done to NEC or National Electric Code specs. Not only do we do the research and study ourselves so we can do the work ourselves, but I also have sources that I go to, one being my son, who's a journeyman. This little guy right here, that is a grounding bar that attaches to the ground wire, that 4-gauge ground wire that runs down to the ground here. And there's two grounding rods, NEC code, for this area anyway. And Elder Austin's working driving them down because this ground is just brutally hard. But we'll join them 2 ground rounds together with that common ground coming down the wall right there. And the reason this is so high up off the ground, because there's going to be a full-length deck going back here, so we had to make the determination ahead of time how we're going to install this. Well, let's go around to the front of the house. And we'll go in the front door and see what JC and Ariel are doing inside. Elder Austin had to go run an errand, and he should be back momentarily. And it's hot outside. We've been in the back of the house, Elder Austin and myself, and talk about sweating. That's why I ain't got my glasses off, because my glasses keep falling off my face. But anyway, we're going into the house here now. I'll show you where we're at. As you can see, this is the living room here. We got Ariel on the ladder right here. He's picking this up very quickly. He's learning very quickly about how to pull wire, how to put it in the boxes, how to staple it. And we're going to show him how to make up boxes too. That's the service panel coming in from the other side on the back side of the house, as I showed you. Again, as I said in the first video, that alone, just them 2 items right there, will probably run you $5,000 to $7,000. So that's why it behooves you as Israelites to actually take it upon yourself and do the research. Look it up. You can do it. I learned to do it. I used to be terrified of electricity. I really was. When I came to the community, I just determined I was going to learn to do it because it was needed. Anyway, you can see how they're running wire. we got almost all the blue boxes. These are blue boxes are new boxes, new model boxes, new construction. I'm sorry for that's the type of box you buy for this home because it is new construction. Sorry about the fans in the background because it is hot in here. We got to lose some wind. But anyway, kitchen. Here, brother JC up here. Hey, JC. You got to crawl, and that's not a job for me, that's for sure. I'm glad I got the young bodies up here crawling around. And we're going back here to the back rooms. As you can see, what we have done, we're hoping to bust it out today. We got more of the time-consuming things to do today, like nailing and bracing for bathroom fans and that type of thing. But this is the progress thus far. The beauty of wire here, this is called Romex wire. It's made specifically for residential wiring, and they have a pretty much a standard color coating or color sheathing on the wires, so you know when you see it what it is. Now that isn't the case every time, but for the most part, all this white wire is called 14-2, which means it has 2 copper wires in it that are 14 gauge that carry current, and it also has a bare ground wire as a safety measure. In the back of the house, there are switches coming in through the door. But that's about it. We've got some work to do in the kitchen. All these wires hanging down in here, as you saw earlier, that's called the home run. Them wires will eventually go in this box right here. After it's inspected, we can start nailing things up. Can't necessarily start putting them in the box because all the outlets have to be finished out. That's going to be after the drywall, paint, and all that stuff like that. So anyway, that's where we are today. Again, I'll let you know how the inspection goes. Until then, hey, shalom, y'all have a good day. Hey, shalom, 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 Israel, and good morning. This is Elder Doug. Going to do one last quick video for our listening audience, our YouTube viewers, on the progress here of the Straitway, South Carolina community home. Going to give you a good look around. We're actually waiting on the inspector. We were hoping to be here to actually go over the inspection with him. Elder Austin is currently trying to figure out why the man hasn't shown up yet, and we have a 6+ hour drive getting back to the community, so we're hoping to endeavor to get out of here sooner rather than later. But we'll take you around the house. We'll show you what we've done. We've completed the rough end electrical. We've looked it over, gone over everything to make sure that we got all of our ends tied up properly. Yeah, it looks good. So here we go. Right now I'm in the back part of the home, the wing of the house, and as you can see, got everything tied up, the wires run, we got all the the wires nailed in place, boxes run, all the stuff that is all part of doing the rough and electrical. The inspector around here, though, they don't have individual inspectors per whatever part of the project, whether it be the framing or the plumbing or whatever the case may be. They actually, the one man does the entirety of the new home construction. I think we actually got done officially with the last wire somewhere in the afternoon, and then we spent the rest of the day cleaning because we like to make first good impressions. And when you have strangers walk into a new environment, right away when they can see that you have a care and concern about your surrounding environment, it also relates to their mind that you might have that same care and concern for your actual work that you do. So we like to include that. So we cleaned up real well, straightened up. We just want the inspector to know that we mean business. And as Israelites, we ought to have that kind of mannerism and drive as well. Again, you can see all these are just receptacles, lower outlets, and you can see the switch boxes. Yesterday we spent most of the day just hanging the ceiling. We have recessed cans. We're gonna have ceiling fans in the middle, recessed cans there as well. This will be the kitchen here. It's got a see-through serving bar. We've got a couple outlets underneath there. Honestly, the one thing that does concern me is Elder Austin had hired the plumber to have these things done. I had some questions about it. Hopefully things are a little bit different down here, but we're hoping that Yah grants us good favor and we get through this right away so we can continue on. But of course, after this is inspected and approved, we'll get power to the home, and then the saints down here can start throwing insulation in the walls and start getting ready for the next phases of the drywall and the mudding. So we're at the top of the hill now. We're hoping to get going down the other side of it. But anyway, that is this is the finished rough-in project here. There's a few things that, little cosmetic things here and there before we actually start going into the next process, and to be taking care of sealing up holes, from where they came in through the floor and through the ceiling and that kind of thing. But that is it, saints. So with that, I wish I could tell you what the inspector says. I'm just as curious to find out as I know the brothers here are. But that's where we are. I know I can personally say thank you for the brethren that not only labored from the beginning of this project, but even up till today, because that is a trademark of an Israelite, Hebrew Israelite, and Straitway as a whole. I mean, we are laborers. We love to labor for our brethren and see them prosper as we prosper. Pass the things on that we've learned to the generations underneath us. Obviously the way it should be done. Oh, there's still a lot left to do, but it's good to see it coming together. All right, hey, y'all have a blessed Shabbat. Have a blessed rest of the week. And when we find out what the inspector says, some way, shape, or form, hopefully we can get that out to you. All right, blessings.